Hello. Welcome to the General Press channel. Be sure to subscribe to our channel before watching the video. Concern about the spread of COVID-19 in China. America applies mandatory testing for COVID-19. U.S. health officials have announced that due to the increase in cases of COVID-19 in China, almost all travelers entering the United States from this country must present a negative COVID-19 test. This head restriction will come into effect on January 5, Jadi 15, and only children under 2 years of age are exempt from it. Before the United States, India, Italy, Japan and Taiwan have also imposed similar restrictions. This restriction includes people who intend to enter the United States from China, Hong Kong and Macau. U.S. health officials have cited the lack of transparency in providing sufficient evidence about the spread of the coronavirus by the Chinese government as the reason for their concern. A U.S. health official said, "The United States is taking preventive measures to protect the public health of Americans and prepare for the emergence of new types of COVID-19." The health official told reporters on Wednesday, December 28, 7th of Jadi, "There is a limited view of the gene sequence and type of the coronavirus circulating in China in global databases. In addition, information about tests and new cases is also available. It has decreased. Because of this lack of information, it is becoming more difficult for public health officials to identify new types of the coronavirus that are circulating in the United States." This action of the United States has met with different reactions. Some consider this action necessary, while others consider this action by Washington to be more political than preventive. China has said that COVID restrictions should be based on scientific evidence. Lawrence Guston, director of the World Health Organization's Center for Coordination of National and Global Health Laws, called the U.S. action fully justified, saying, "China is experiencing a massive outbreak of COVID, which fully justifies the U.S. response. China cannot complain about it because the Chinese government has imposed stricter travel restrictions on China, including unwanted quarantines, for nearly 3 years." Guston told Voice of America that the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention should have made it a requirement to test negative for COVID-19 24 hours before a flight, and this restriction should have been applied to children under the age of 2. Shi Chen, a professor of public health at Yale University, said the U.S. move makes sense, but warned that how to consistently implement the measure would be challenging, especially for travelers transients from a third country, as many countries they do not follow. But Amish Adeleja, a researcher at Johns Hopkins University, told VOA, "I don't think it's going to have anything but a marginal effect, because it's not like COVID hasn't been widespread in the United States. You don't need to travel to get it. It's not to China. It's better to advise people to get tested after traveling to China than they have to test negative." A U.S. health official said the U.S. has offered China vaccines and other aid to fight COVID-19, but Beijing has publicly stated that it appreciates the offer, but does not need the support.